There we go. Yeah, power outage situation hopefully passed. Hopefully, but yeah, we're here on what is hopefully the last day of Skulls, because they said until the 6th. Do they mean like midnight of the 6th, noon of the 6th? Who knows?
Wait, today is supposed to be, well, at least the 6th is supposed to be the last day of the Skulls?
Yes.
What is today, the 5th?
Today's the 5th, yes.
Okay. Well, either way, it'll be hopefully ending soon.
Yeah, oddly enough, I actually can't see. I could swear it was supposed to be June 6th as the last day of Skulls. It'd be, I guess it could co-align with the last day of the Versus Alpha test on the 9th, but I don't know, it'd be a bit odd.
Why, or I'll have to kill you, and that'd make
There's probably soming in the game that says, I would assume.
But Lona thinks there's more to it than that, and when Lona gets an itchy feeling, I get to sharpening my weapons.
This will be the first time I get this map recorded, because when we played it before, and I'm really bummed out about this because it wound up being my favorite map, I lost my, my first reaction to it when we played through it the first time, because that recording, I don't know, I think it might have been something having to do with that spacebar pause thing that I had before.
Yeah, you figured that out afterwards, yeah.
Yeah, I think that might have been why, but either way, I lost that recording. It didn't record, so a little bit upset about that.
I did get that recording, but I got it with very low game audio.
Oh, that's not the worst. I wouldn't mind getting a copy of that if need be.
Yeah, I can send it to you. It may already be uploaded, in which case I'll send it to you
if it is,
for this.
Who's sharpshooting? Is that you? No.
That's me.
Oh, that was you. Getting some good shots there.
Yeah.
I know that, yeah, earlier I had my game open, whatever, like open invite or whatever. I don't know how you describe it. Available for anyone else to join, and I guess I have to turn that off.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't really a map that you could go too far ahead. It's kind of like an open sort of mazy map. It's not like somebody can just plunge straight forward unless I think they know the route really well, which I guess is possible, but...
Oh, yeah. Well, Barden, excuse me, Gruber was pissed at something.
I was smacking a rat, one of those armored rats that always give me so much trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Gruber leveled up a bit.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying his big ol' crowd clearing chops.
Yeah, that big fucking sword.
Yeah, it's a great sword.
Like, you don't realize it when you're playing as Kruber, how big that sword is, but when you see another player running around as Kruber, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it must be, because there have been plenty of times I've killed an enemy from what felt like a little bit... Ooh, it's a party. From a little bit farther away than I should be able to.
Yeah, it's definitely got some fucking reach on it.
I like it.
Nope.
And I was experimenting a little bit with all the different characters, trying a few different builds and so forth. Still going to be doing that for a while, obviously. Probably most of the time playing the game. And I came to the conclusion that Salty is the one who I probably like the least in terms of his weapon style, his various perks, talents, etc., etc. But I was happy to find I can't remember what it was. I think he also maybe uses a greatsword. I can't remember.
He does.
He actually. Okay, then that must be
him and Kruber, oddly enough, share greatsword styles. That's like the only shared weapon in the entire game.
Oh, that must be a thing, yeah, because I was like, oh man, I want to find some build with this guy that I like, and then finally I stumbled on the greatsword, and it was like, oh good, cool, alright, I can still use him then. I mean, I could always, muddle through whatever and play a character whose, weapon style I don't necessarily like, but I prefer to have one that I, that really suits me, that suits my play style, and fortunately every character does in one way or another, so that's cool.
Yeah. You got a flamethrower dwarf, so evidently our entire party doesn't use ammo.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, wait, no, okay, yeah, no, actually, that's fine. In my mind, I was thinking you meant no one has ranged.
Yeah, no, luckily, you're the only one out of us who's missing range. The other three of us do have ammo, but I've got the magic bow, Sienna's a wizard, and Barden's got the flamethrower, which doesn't have ammo, it has overheat.
Oh, you're playing as Carillion, okay. I wasn't sure who you were.
Yeah.
Is that your preferred Carillion build?
It is. I personally prefer Handmaiden. It's a tankier, more defensive Carillion.
I like it, I just don't like that that's the one, if I recall correctly, I think that one defaults her special to just throwing a single, beam or whatever. Not a beam, but...
No, you're entirely wrong.
Okay, well, fuck you. What is... I remember not liking the special on that one, I think.
Handmaiden's special is just simply this little dash.
Oh. Well, that's not awful. I'll have to give her another look.
Yeah.
I know Sienna has one where her powers. I think it's Sienna. I don't know. One of the female characters has something to where their power is changed into like a single projectile instead of
The burning
multiple.
head, yes.
That's what it is. Okay.
Which will
yeah.
seek out multiple targets. Where did we lose our dwarf?
Yeah, there he is. I got him.
Health potion, health healing drop.
Healing drop.
I could use one.
Right there on that card.
All right, thanks.
Oh, I have
Now
to start.
All right, good.
More paintings.
I just realized that I think I unlocked a couple tonight. Never thought to check them out.
Yeah, I've noticed your keep is undecorated. It doesn't matter so much while the Skulls event is going on, because the whole place looks fucking ugly with the Skulls event, but once the Skulls event is over, you're going to want to paint that shit up, brother.
I forgot that there were other places to put the paintings. I think I never really paid that much attention. I thought it was just in your little sleeping area. We just went in a circle.
No, they're all over the place.
Oh, okay.
So I take it Sienna doesn't know where we're going, because we're going backwards right now.
Yeah, I kind of want... you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go my own way.
I don't. That's a bad idea.
It is, but I don't want to follow the other player the whole time. Well, everyone's just sitting there waiting.
I'm
for
typing.
Oh,
Yeah, I
good.
typed out. We're going
Used to be a
backwards.
power in the running until it got sloppy.
Yeah, she's coming back.
Oh, correction. Barnes not got the big flamethrower. He's got the dual flame pistols.
You know, I'd have to try the flamethrower a little bit more because when I saw somebody use it, I guess it was probably you, and I thought it looked really cool. And when I went to use it, it didn't do nearly as much damage as I would have expected it would.
It's an odd weapon. I've heard a lot of people say that it's one you really need to build the whole Ironbreaker Barden around. You can't just casually throw it around. You need to take the right talents.
I see. Yeah, I'll have to look into it some more then because I wound up liking the pistols better, which came as quite the surprise.
Like, I want to say that I've heard that Flamethrower Ironbreaker is practically considered by many to be like its own mini career.
Splat. Yeah, this is pretty satisfying. Looking forward to the hordes even more than I normally do, which is quite a bit.
Yeah.
Just left, right. Enemies going down. Alright. I hear more.
Some behind us.
Yeah, it's most of them, I think.
Yeah, I think we've, you can really notice the difference between playing with bots versus playing with players, because, like, playing with bots, the bots aren't too stupid, but they tend to block and push a lot, which means they don't necessarily do a lot of killing. It can be helpful sometimes, but there's bad situations for it, too. And then when you go from that to playing with players, and they're actually, go ahead and catch up with them, I'll catch up. I can do this shit.
Alright.
But, then you go to playing with players, and it's like, oh, well, we've got it kind of covered in all corners here.
Yeah, you're not wrong. When I was looking at the way that the person, whoever made the list, recommended to set up their bots, they did make the point that, yeah, you know, you're going to want this build, this thing, that, and the other, because they made a specific point of pointing out that the bots usually spend more time blocking than fighting.
Yeah. Well, Sienna really wants to go up this hill for some reason. Now she's decided, nah. They're being very polite, these ones, actually. Except for the dwarf just disappearing sometimes.
Yeah, you know, it sucks. I had one earlier where I joined a game with 2 other people. I hopped into their game, and it wound up being 2 rare people who actually were, you know, considerate. They would actually look back and make sure to, you know, hang back if somebody was falling behind, that kind of thing.
I've heard that the higher you get in difficulty, the better the pubs get, simply because if they do play like that, they get themselves killed on higher difficulties.
Yeah. See, I would have figured that veteran alone would have ensured that, but apparently not. It seems to be kind of like a 70-30 mix of speed runners. I'm sure it does diminish more as you get higher up.
Yeah.
But this particular, is this a hill she was trying to go up?
No, actually it was a different hill.
Oh.
Maybe there's like a grimoire or a tome up there, but she decided not to commit.
Oh. Yeah, I was in the game with the other 2 people who were actually being really nice, and got to the point to where they we had, I think, yeah, I was a Minotaur near some cliffs, and you know how that goes.
Yeah.
And one by one, yeah, everyone went up on the cliffside, and I tried to get one, and then as I tried to get one, then oh, I'm right by.
Yeah, Dwarf got her, actually.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it was one by one. Everyone was falling off the cliffs, and I tried to rescue, and I wasn't able to do it. It seems really finicky. Like you have to be in the right pixel space.
It does, yeah.
Cliff. Yeah, it's very frustrating. That's cost me several games, including that one. Like everyone was on the cliff, and I decided, okay, well, shit, I'm just gonna have to hang back and. Oh wait, are you seeing this?
Oh yes, I am. That is not a client-side bug. That is a server-side bug.
Gunner's dead.
Gunner's dead.
Oh,
you dislodged him.
The hard way. But yeah, anyway, I got the Minotaur down to literally about probably 3 hits, and as the guys were hanging on, one of them even commented, they left a little text message saying, "You got this!" And I was so excited, I was about to save the whole day, but nah, the Minotaur got me.
Yep.
So, knocked me down, just continued helping my dead and or dying body while they just hung on and waited for me to die. It was a real shame. It sucked.
Yeah, the ledge situation can just be brutal with bosses. You really gotta. It becomes whenever the bosses are around, you really need to keep track of them because otherwise it can be death.
Yeah, it's one thing where you can actually open the chaos chest and you can sort of prepare and sort of like find your footing, whatever. When the boss just kind of comes at you like that in the middle of just a level, you're just going and doing your own thing, and then suddenly there's a boss, that can really be devastating.
Yeah.
Ow! Deeper than I thought.
Yeah, that sounded very whiny there. That was funny. Ow!
Up we go. After the dwarf.
He can fit right inside that little window. I mean, I guess we all can, but...
There is another part of the game where you have to duck through. No, it's a part in Vermintide 1, actually, where you have to duck through in a section. And Kruber says something like, "Oh, this hurts my knees." And Barden just simply says, "Oh, it's easy, Azungi, just duck." Kruber then says, "Easy for you to say, you're pre-ducked."
Pre-ducked? You know, I found that fixing the windows this doesn't really make any difference. All of
yeah,
it
but it's
like,
fun.
It is fun. It doesn't really do more than just like ever so slightly slow down the enemies that are coming through. I mean, it'll slow them down for like 30 seconds and they just come through anyway.
Yeah.
Smacked the window while they were trying to... Well, Barden was trying to fix it. Kind of feel bad about that.
I'm not sure. Can players break the windows?
I don't know, actually.
There's something funny. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say normally you can break the structures that are kind of white lit up like that, but I don't know about those specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to attack through just to get rid of the enemies on the other side, but yeah, I'm not sure. I might have damaged the door. I'm not fully aware.
Oh boy. Oh, we're starting to light up in here.
Does it actually spread? Like the longer you stay in, even if you don't light other ones, it spreads?
Good question.
Because it kind of feels like it does. I played this earlier today, and it seemed like it just kind of got steadily more smoky.
It seems it might, yeah.
If so, that's a really cool detail.
Yeah, this level, both the Bergenhofen levels, you can tell they wanted to have more weird, creative ideas for the levels.
Oh, see, I figured this was exactly how it went the first time around, because you said this is one of the Vermintide 1 levels, right?
No.
Oh, this is?
Nope.
This is totally new. I didn't know that.
Yeah, the Ubersreich levels were returned from Vermintide 1, but the Bergenhofen levels are new.
Interesting. This whole time I was thinking, wow, I gotta play that first game, because there's this example of really good levels in that game. I was wrong. I was fooled.
Vermintide 1 sucks.
I bet it does.
Just ass. Pure
Stupid
ass.
Game. Yeah.
You start the game, it's just an ass shitting. We're going, by the way. We're heading out.
I didn't know you could go out that way. I thought you had to go the other way.
You have to go out the hole in the back. Remember, they blow a hole in the back.
Yeah, I didn't. It looked like you guys were out. This is I don't quite get this.
No, remember, this is how we left the first time. The Skaven blow a hole in the brick wall back here.
It's... Alright, I need to find out where you guys are then, because I don't... I think maybe I'm
Go to
turned
me,
around
I'm
or
jumping.
something. Oh yeah, I was turned around, that's why. Yeah, this is... Actually, I don't... It might actually send you out in different... Yeah, last time I went a different way, I think. I don't think it's always the same. Interesting. Hang on. Excuse me.
Ooh. Sheila got herself wrecked.
Oh, she did? What happened?
She just took a lot of hits. Woohoo!
What?
She called in a bunch of new skeletons. Thought it'd be amusing.
I'm not quite sure. I tried Necromancer.
We kept going, dude.
That's alright, that's alright. I'll be fine. I tried Necromancer and I enjoyed it, but I'm not quite sure I understand exactly how it works. Like, what happens when you get rid of one of your skeletons? What gets your
it purges all your overheat.
All of it? Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Who's firing at me? Someone's trying to shoot to make me come down?
That would be the dwarf.
Yeah, I'm the host fucker. I'll do what I want. Okay, so yeah, so summoning the 6 skeletons, which I think you can do like every maybe 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes, I can't quite remember what.
Yeah.
I guess then just anytime you might happen to hurry up and want a fresh group of, fresh supply of fire attacks, I guess you just kill a skeleton and that's it? That's all you gotta do? You get it all back? Okay.
Yeah.
I remember there was some kind of functionality of restoring something. I couldn't remember how or what.
Yeah. There's a pacing to her that you get used to, I suppose.
Yeah, it was a lot more stuff to keep track of, which is fine, but it was like, okay, well, how long has it been since I got skeletons? Okay, do I need to get rid of a skeleton now? No, I also have to make sure that I don't go overheating myself. Kind of a character you have to pay a lot more attention to, as opposed to Kruber, for example, here, where I just swing.
Yeah, I think that was definitely the idea, was they want a different playstyle there.
Which is fine, I think that's cool.
Yeah. What did Kruber say? Dwarf, watch your aim?
I think something like that, yeah.
I don't, what would he have done? Because we don't have friendly fire on.
You know, every now and then that happens. There have been a couple times where I've had somebody said something to Sienna, like, oh, watch it, you know, don't set me on fire, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I don't know what causes that, to be honest. I've heard that a couple times. I don't really know what the trigger is.
I've noticed that it's if you set up a bomb in a bomb or a barrel in a player's vicinity, but even then it doesn't seem to do damage.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, see?
Oh no, that's one Ironbreaker's taunts whenever he activates his ability.
Oh, okay. I thought he was saying that he got hit by somebody else. Like, watch it.
That'd be funny for him to throw at one of the other player characters.
I thought it was. I thought it was directed at somebody who took a shot. You blind, you stupid fuck. You damn bloody twat.
No! Fuck! And it is. Good work, Martin.
Yeah.
Someone kill this
Not so good in a
Oh,
fair
goodbye,
fight.
Ninja Rat.
It just kept on sliding on the ground.
Really's been oddly silent this level.
She has, actually. Yeah, she hasn't said too much. Normally, she's one of the more talkative ones. I almost wonder if it kind of switches from stage to stage. I haven't paid enough attention to see.
Yeah, I bet it probably to a certain degree changes on who's doing the most. Because I've not been doing a whole lot. Everybody else has been getting to the kills faster than me, which I'm not complaining.
That also could be it. Now, when we're done with this stage, there's other people... I don't know if I've ever done an adventure map before with anybody else. When we're done, do they just stick around in case I do another one? Like, I mean, that's obviously their choice, but is that how it works? We all go back to my hub.
Yeah, they can choose to stick around if they want, or you can disband the party to forcefully butt them out.
Yeah, okay.
You can say, later, fuckers.
Yeah. Where'd that guy go? I saw you fire at him.
Yeah, he jumped off the bridge.
A little sneak.
Yeah, up there he is.
No sorrow
Got him.
for a dead parkmaster.
Oh, I think not.
Life becomes dead.
What happened?
Soul Sucker appeared and I got him before he could grab the dwarf.
Yeah, okay.
I'm the next one that comes off his shirt will kill you before I end them.
No, you two leave them all to me. I'll end your stupid quarrel.
Stupid quarrel.
Oh, snuck in here.
Who did?
There's a few that, I thought that my back was entirely covered because Sienna and Dwarf were killing the ones up front, but one of them snuck in the middle and smacked me on the back.
Down here.
Very brave.
Yeah, that's what they're known for.
So I've talked before, obviously, multiple times about how this is my favorite map. What's yours?
You know, I don't know that I have a specific favorite one. I definitely have a pool of ones that I really dig, but picking one, you know, I don't know that I could pick one.
I found that the one that I thought was my least favorite, I mentioned this the other day, I played it again today, and it's actually, I judged it harshly. It's the one where we gotta destroy the infected mules or whatever, or the bubbles, or Justin Bieber's, or whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah.
My memory was that pretty much the whole map was that, like lots of going through corridors and stuff like that, like little viney tunnels and so forth.
Whoopsie doodles.
There we go. I didn't realize that, or I guess I should say I'd forgotten that most of that map actually is going
It's
through,
swamp.
Yeah, like a big swamp. You know, kind of like some areas that have like a little bit of not necessarily waterfalls, but like, you know, whatever, some kind of sort of pondish sort of areas. I actually liked it a lot more this time around. Like I liked it fine the first time, but my memory of the parts that I didn't like as much clouded how much more of the stage there was that wasn't bad.
Yeah, I'm not sure that there is a level in the game that I'm really like, oh no, this one.
Right. Yeah, I can't really think of one that there's definitely not one that I hate. As I've said before, in the Chaos Waste, I don't like constantly how often I start at the one that's got the wooden scaffolds or whatever, but...
Yeah, Belshazzar's.
Which one is it?
Belshazzar's mine.
Yeah. I know we can leave it, it's just kind of fun.
I see. Apparently the Necromancer agrees.
Either that or she just thinks we have to fight him, I don't know. Hard to say.
Free Chaos Warrior. I'm kind of like, I'm gonna be honest, on some level I'm kind of, you love killing the hordes. I'm fine with killing hordes. But what really tickles me pink is killing the Storm Vermin and Chaos Warriors.
Oh, so that's funny, those are the ones I like the least.
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I actually would prefer to take a boss a lot of the time over some of the specials and the Chaos Warriors are the ones that we were just fighting, right? The big armored guys.
Yeah, big fucking dudes.
Those I don't care too much for, but honestly, the armored rats with the shields, those give me the most shit. Like every time I think I've killed one, it's like nope, it's still around, it's still got a shield, it's still smacking at me. It's like, well, I smack them, I bump them, I shove them. Seems like it still takes forever.
I don't treat a Storm Vermin as dead until I see the head exit its shoulders.
Oh, Sienna beat me by 1 kill.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Chasing after them green circles, man.
Yeah, that's what I live for. That's the only reason I play this game. I need it.
My
We lost our dwarf.
always told me
We
you
did.
can't have enough skulls.
That's all right.
She was a funny old woman.
Oh, we lost everybody. Now it's just you and me.
All right.
We might get new teammates later. We'll see.
Complete the got a commendation chest for beating the pit on veteran for the first time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I've got like acts of virtue or whatever it is. Those like
The
mini contests or whatever.
D's.
Yeah, I saw that it said that you get rewards together if you do them, like the other people that are in that share them. Yeah, so I figured I'd save those until you're playing. Also, I think I think we have a new weekly challenge. I guess that maybe starts over on Sundays or Mondays, because I
Something
looked at
like
it.
that.
Yeah, I'm not sure even what the challenge is, but I looked at it like nothing was checked off as far as earned. So we can do that at any point too. That's obviously chaos wastes, but
Yeah.
let
Give me
me.
just a moment to look at the things I've gotten.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. No hurry.
There we go.
I'm getting up there. Getting. Just got a 293 item.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm getting close. I'm liking it.
that is very, very close. Yes.
Yeah, I'm soon to be doing the same luxurious, wasteful shit that you've been doing. Kind of looking forward to it.
Let me see. Oh, you know, I'm gonna make a move. I'm gonna make a new loadout. I'm gonna try something else with handmade.
All right.
See.
I know you said that you don't tend to re-roll the traits until you've got a 300 item, which makes sense. Do you ever re-roll the properties as you're working your way to the 300s?
No, I generally don't do that either.
Really?
No.
You must have a lot of spare equipment then, or scraps and so forth.
I have spare powders.
Huh.
Because
Okay,
remember,
yeah.
it's the dust you spend to re-roll properties.
Yeah, you spend the dust, but I figured that if you don't re-roll the properties, yeah, you must have lots of dust, and if you don't craft items, I'm assuming you must have a lot of craft pieces.
The pieces I ran out of pretty quickly because upgrading costs a lot.
Oh, you do a lot of upgrading then, that's your thing?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Can you upgrade right away? Like, once you have the parts, you can go straight from, like, the earliest level green, like, right up to blue, as soon as you have the pieces to do it?
Yeah, you can go for all the way up to orange, but upgrading from orange to red sadly does cost red dust, so it's assuming you
Right.
already had red that you junked.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
What's up?
Okay, she doesn't have a heavy chain. If you enter on the glaive, have you ever used Corellian's glaive before?
I just probably to test it, never long term.
Yeah, on her heavy, if you try to do heavy and then another heavy, she automatically just does a light afterwards. She's only really got one heavy hit.
Is that bad?
It's weird.
It is.
Its light chain is very anti-crowd, though. Interesting.
Honestly, looks a little bit better than I remember it looking. That like you said, that looks like a good crowd weapon.
Yeah, definitely some crowd chopping going on here.
I'll have to try that then next time I'm playing as her, because I don't remember her having a really good long range. Not long range, but you know what I mean, like a, a medium range, I guess, for lack of a better term. Something longer than the daggers that's good for crowd control.
Yeah.
Does she have the glaive in
Waystalker?
what is it? What is it called?
Waystalker.
Waystalker.
So,
Okay.
the Waystalkers, the easy way to remember that name is that the Waystalkers are the Wood Elves that are most in charge of watching the ways into the magic forest and to protect them.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense now. Okay.
Yeah, and if there are intruders into the magic forest, the Waystalkers will literally stalk them for a few days before deciding either to kill them or to trick them into accidentally leaving the forest through.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I like that little bit of story. That's neat.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I will remember that then. Yeah, does she have that same weapon there, your glaive? Does she have that as Waystalker?
Yes.
Oh, cool. I'll have to try that next time I play her.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it's kind of odd that she can put it on Handmaiden, because the High Elves don't use glaives.
But the Waystalkers do?
Yeah, Wood Elves do, yeah.
Okay. You got a bunch of cool oh, that is a cool outfit. Cool set of clothes.
Yep.
I'm assuming that was DLC?
They may have been given away for Christmas, I think, yeah.
Do they give a lot of stuff away for Christmas? Like multiple outfits?
Yeah, they give away, it's like 28 days straight. Well, it may actually be 31 for the whole month of December. Once a day, they give away, it's always a surprise, and it's something, sometimes it's a cosmetic, you know, a paid cosmetic. They don't give away the ones you can get for shillings, because, you know, that'd be silly. Sometimes it's a paid cosmetic, sometimes it's a commendation chest, sometimes it's a big sack of 100 shillings. But they're pretty generous with the paid cosmetics, yeah.
Yeah, they are. I was gonna say, I can't remember the last time Dead by Daylight gave away a paid item for free.
Yeah.
They'll lower the costs on them sometimes. And I think it's funny that their items that are for sale always say that they have a sale. Like every item you buy, it's always at least 10% off. If that's just the default price, I'm sorry, but it's not 10% off.
Yep, it's 100% just there to get people who are of the mentality of like, oh my god, a sale, I need to get in on this shit.
Yeah, I think so. That's really kind of cheesy.
You know what I've just noticed?
Hang on a second. What have you just noticed?
At your keep, you've progressed enough that 4 out of the Ubersreich 5 have moved out of the main central area, moved out to their own bedrooms. But do you know who was apparently the last to move out and stays living in the central chamber?
Sienna?
No, Sienna's moved out. She doesn't have her little bedroll.
Oh, I thought this
Saltspire's...
was... Oh, okay. So that still stays. That structure still stays. Okay, Saltspire? This is his spot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's his bed. He's got his pistol and his rapier and his hat still here.
What level do you have to get them to move?
I don't know. I thought that it was based off plot progression. But
It might be.
You've beaten the Skittergate. That's the last level of the main plot,
okay.
so...
Oh. Well, in that case, I guess it must be level-based. Like, skill level.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it might be based on character skill level, because Carillion was the first to move out.
Oh, yeah, that would actually make sense then.
And I noticed, I thought it was odd last time I popped in that Kruber was still living in the central chamber with Saltspire, but Sienna, Carillion, and the Dwarf had all moved out. Those would have been the first 3 characters you leveled.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, all my characters are all at least 25. Carillion is, of course, 35 and change. I think it's like 35 plus another dozen levels or something like that. Saltspire is only at 9.
Yep.
So maybe it's like, maybe it's 10, I guess? Maybe 20? Who knows?
Maybe 15?
Yeah, maybe. I'll have to keep an eye on that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Alright, what should we do? Should we do one of the heroic deeds? Should we try the weekly, what is it, Chaos Wastes?
I'm curious about the deeds. What deed choices do you have?
Let's see. Would you recognize them by name, or, oh, I guess they're all the same thing, Deed of Valor. Let's see, Veteran. I have 4 that are Veteran, the other ones are Champion. Against the Grain, the Skittergate, let's see, and Into the Nest, and the Screaming Bell.
What's the modifiers on them?
Let's see, okay. Increases frequency of horde spawning. Special spawn with much higher frequency and in larger numbers. Well, that sounds bad.
Oof.
Alright, the next one is elite enemies have double health and deal double damage.
Oh.
Players will... Yeah, that's kind of rough. Players will not respawn after being put out of action. Jesus. Okay, then. Special spawn with much higher frequency and in larger numbers. The same thing I just said. Players won't respawn. Increases frequency of hordes spawning. These just get worse and worse. Okay, and then finally, players take periodical damage over time. Which, I guess that's the tamest of the ones I've got.
That's those are some pretty intense ones. Like, one of my deeds is just simply, no ammo will be found in the mission. Like, okay, that sucks for several of the classes, several of the careers, but is absolutely not a factor for many others.
Oh. Yeah, the ones I have on Champion are roughly the same, from what I can tell. Replaces all roaming enemies with powerful foes. Yeah, some of these, wow. So these are only negative modifiers, though, then. They never give you positive.
Yeah.
Ooh, I guess that's why they're heroic deeds. But yeah, anything you want to do, I'm up for it.
Let's see,
What's those and their adventure mission? Yeah, go ahead.
Let's start with one out of the veteran lot. I've played on Champion before, but for now, let's start with one of the veteran lot.
You're talking about the heroic deeds?
Yeah.
You've done one of these on Champion already?
I've actually not done a heroic deed on Champion, no, but I've done a few heroic deeds on veteran, and I've played on Champion, but not for heroic deeds.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I guess the best one then is the one. Excuse me. Where we take periodic damage over time, which isn't good, but let's see. The other one was elite enemies are double bad. Players not respawn. And then, yeah, increases frequency of horde spawning. That one's not so bad, but then that also comes with special spawn with much higher frequency and in larger numbers. Actually, that one might be the easiest one. It's
yeah, I think
the Yeah, go ahead.
To be honest, I think the lack of respawns isn't too intense as long as we're not playing on a map with a ledge, because pretty well the only times we die are ledges.
So it says, where did it go? Yeah, players not respawn after being put out of action. So by being put out of action, they mean that's after you died like 3 times or whatever and you get tied up?
Yeah.
They mean that. Okay, let's see. Either one I have that has that will also have elite enemies have double health and deal double damage.
Ah!
Actually, wait, okay, no, hang on a second. Yeah, one of them has that, and then the other one the other one does not have that, but it does have special spawn with much higher frequency and in larger numbers, and increased frequency of hordes.
That's a lot of stuff. That better be a very nice chest they're offering.
I can't tell what it is just by sight. It's got a purple background.
All the heroic deeds are guaranteed to come with an extra chest.
With an extra chest, really?
Yeah,
so
on top of the usual loot chest and any commendation chests you get.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing like 5 different chests here based on the different deeds. I don't know how to make out what any of them are.
Now, they should all be nice, though I think the amount of modifiers increases the quality of the chest.
It seems like it does. Also, the chests, the chests also change depending on what the modifiers are, because both my champion chests are different, even though the modifiers are both 2.
Yeah, because raising the difficulty also increases the quality of the chests. Up to Legend. Cataclysm and Legend actually have the same quality of chests, even though Cataclysm is harder, because Cataclysm was supposedly designed as, this is not supposed to be a difficulty we expect players to progress through. This is the bragging rights difficulty.
Oh, actually, what I mean is that, I mean, what you're saying makes sense, but actually, what I mean is I have 2 champion challenges, and even though both have 2 modifiers, they are different modifiers, and the chests are different as well.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I mean, different among each other? That's normal?
Yeah, depending on how difficult the deed is supposed to be, yeah.
Okay. Alright, so what do you think we should try?
I would say the one deed I have played already was the one that replaces the roaming enemies with elites, and that one really wasn't too bad. But that's for me and how I play against. I like to play against them a lot already. For you, that might be quite a bit more brutal. It may help if you're playing, since you're playing Grail Knight, it may help. What have you got in your secondary weapon slot? Because I can see your greatsword. What have you got in your secondary weapon slot?
Sword and shield. It's faster.
Sword and shield, okay. Imperial or Bretonian sword and shield?
Just the standard.
Standard, okay. That's
Yeah,
another.
like
That's a solid crowd clear.
I don't know. I don't have any that replace the wandering enemies with that was on the wait. Yeah, no, that was on the champion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have yeah, players take periodic damage over time. Then another one which is we don't come back after death, increased hordes and stronger specials. Then yet another one is elites are double the health and damage, and again we don't respawn. And the final one is increases hordes and double the spawns, or I'm sorry, double the spawn strength and damage.
Well, I suppose let's try that last one. It's not very elite heavy. The issue
yeah, go ahead.
I suppose the issue is, well, if we're going to be playing very special heavy, I guess we'll want me to take a ranged weapon with infinite ammo so I can cover the specials. So let me actually switch to that first build, if that first loadout I have.
Which character? Are you still playing Corellian?
Yeah, but I'm switching back to the spear and shield with a magic bow. I was going to try the glaive, but if we're going to be running up into a lot of specials, I better stick with the magic bow because it has infinite ammo.
I'm wondering if I should switch characters.
Yeah, the issue is Grell Knight Grouper is, as a career, is fundamentally built to be able to say, I want to be able to take on hordes and elites and monsters, all guaranteed. In exchange, Grell Knight Grouper is probably the worst for dealing with specials because he doesn't have a ranged weapon, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sienna then, in this case.
Alright.
She's the other one besides Corellian I feel the most comfortable with as far as long range.
Yeah.
Let me double check that her equipment is...
In that case, let me switch back to this, because this is probably a better loadout for taking on elites.
Oh, I just made a dagger that's 295.
Ooh!
I'm right about there.
Oh, by the way, I found out something useful that's actually... Well, it's not really that useful, but it would have been funnier if I'd mentioned it before.
Okay.
I could scarcely
So,
add
above the
anything one eye
orange
has
quality of
not.
weapons, there's the
man
red
won't
quality,
shut
right?
up about it.
I was hoping for an elf perspective.
Yeah.
Truth be told.
I
Well,
found out
this
red
elf's
quality is
perspective that
guaranteed
if
to
you're
spawn with
seeking
maximum
aid from glowing
stats,
lights in the
always
sky,
guaranteed, no matter what
would all
level you
do.
are. No matter what your past gear has looked like. It will always come in with 300 power, and all of its properties are guaranteed to be maxed out.
And you said you get these, they're just rare drops, that's the only way you can get them?
So from the commendation chest, it's 1% chance of dropping.
Heh.
But from the on recruit and veteran, the chests you get for beating a level will never drop a red. If you stay at the veteran or recruit level, the only way you can get a red is a 1% chance from the commendation chest. But
Okay, yeah, go on.
if you bump up to champion, then when you get the quality chests from that, then there's a chance, like it's somewhere to 10, I don't know, 5 or 10% chance of getting a red.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you have some reds then, right?
I only have one.
Oh, only the one. Which character?
The spear and shield for Handmaiden Corellian.
Oh, okay. Interesting. And you just, what level were you on when you got it? Champion?
I think I got it like, well, yeah, I got it from playing champion, and I think I actually got it the day before you started playing.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Because I only played champion like, I only played champion for the first time the day before you started playing, and I only played I don't know three maps on that difficulty.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you mentioned that actually.
Yeah. Otherwise,
okay.
the lion's share of my play, I've played veteran.
I see.
Yeah.
All right, I'm getting close to being done here. I'm just since I gave myself stronger weapons, I'm now fiddling with them to give them some extra abilities.
All right, I'll let Lawner know what I think of them. I do find it funny that he just keeps the Saltspire rat on his desk, evidently, whenever Saltspire's not around.
He keeps it on his desk.
Oh yeah, have you not seen the Saltspire rat just hangs out on Lawner's desk in the keep?
I might have. I'd have to look again. As soon as I'm done, I'll take a look. I don't remember that. You might have shown it to me, and if you did, I forgot. How do you know it's his?
It looks the same.
Don't they all?
Well, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm just re-rolling some properties now, and once I'm done with that, I'll be done.
All right.
Sorry for anyone who's watching. I know this is kind of boring, but I didn't expect to do this, so you're just gonna have to bear with me.
Fuckers.
Yeah. Damn right. Yeah. Good enough. Yeah.
While you continue to do that, I guess I'm gonna go practice on the training dummy.
I'll only be another... Yeah, well... Shit. Actually, I'm about done now, to be honest. Let me just double check and try to get myself... do I have the right things? Okay, wait, sorry, yeah, I forgot. Oh, wait, hang on. Might be almost done. Okay, there's that. And... Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm good. Sorry about that.
Oh no, it's fine. And yeah, they're on our desk. He has the rat.
Well, the rat is under the book, so actually I think that is his.
Yeah, it's even got the unnaturally large teeth.
Oh yeah, that's right. Poor guy. Every time I see that, I want to fix it. I want to make his teeth not long and dangerous like that.
Yeah.
Poor little fella. All right.
Saltspire reviews. This rat was sent by Sigma. I shall not keep it.
Alright, so we were going to do increased hordes and specials are much higher frequency and in higher numbers. Was that correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
let's do it. Actually, yeah, that doesn't sound so bad.
Nah. They're
Higher
not Screaming
numbers,
Bell.
yeah.
Screaming Bell's not a bad stage. It's a pretty easy for ending set piece. Just go and break the things holding the
Break
bell
the
up.
bells. Yeah, break
Stop
the
me if
chains.
you've heard this one before, but the rat men have raised a bloody great
So now,
bell
when
up
we
on
complete this, it
Helmgart's
goes away,
ramparts.
you said, right?
Crazy little
Yeah, the
buggers will
deeds go
worship
away when beat.
anything near as I can tell.
If
Problem
we
is,
fail, do they
there's no
stay?
way
Can I
to
do it
know
again?
if this is a purely
I don't
ceremonial
know.
lump of bronze.
I hope so.
or a
That'd be kind of a
lodestone
rip-off
for
otherwise.
our
I don't get these too
Grey Seer's
often.
Magic. We'll
They
have
are
to
definitely
destroy
pretty
it,
rare, yeah.
Just to be safe.
Yeah.
And by we, I mean you.
You.
Ew.
Why be surprised
You
that
lousy
Stephen
rat
worship a bell?
bastards.
I was thinking you. You and your
When we get there,
ego.
make sure to wreck that odious thing quick.
Pride.
Even Imperial bells give me a headache.
We had a good thing, you son of a bitch. We had fring. We had a laugh. But you had to go screw it up.
You and your damn pride.
You fucking cocksucker.
Mike, I think that last bit was uncalled for. Bond was
think?
very enthusiastic about that one.
He was. Well, I didn't see who he was talking to. He said, good shot, what?
He was talking about you killing that storm vermin. No one else was killing anything.
Oh, I thought you were also shooting at something I didn't notice.
Yeah.
What did he call me? What was the word?
Dringbarazi. The dwarf language is big on conjugations, and Dringbarazi is a conjugation of Dring, which is kill, and Barazi, which I believe is friend. So it's kill friends.
Oh, okay.
No,
They brought up a Warfire tour.
yeah, definitely a lot of specials.
I guess
Good
we have dealt
lord.
with that before. It's not... Oh, yep.
I will say the glaive is definitely a good crowd killing weapon.
Seems like it would.
Chop,
Yeah.
chop.
I will
Basically
definitely
a
have...
fucking big axe.
It is. That's why I'm surprised that she's got it. I like I said before, I thought she didn't have wide arc kraut weapons.
Oh no, Warhammer elves ain't as dainty as many other fantasy setting elves.
I don't suppose I could probably hook her up with daggers and that. I think they'd probably not let me do that. Actually, I don't know. I think I'd want to anyway. I like her bow a lot. Her swift bow.
Yeah, sadly, Carillion and Sienna are the only two of them that don't have both excuse me, they are the only two that don't have a career that can choose to take only melee weapons.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ha! It shoots much, but heads little.
Piss on that rattling anyway!
I like Vulgar Kruger. He's rare, but he pops up every now and then.
Who was it who we were playing and one of the bots jumped off of a tall building or whatever and he was like, oh, I'm pissed off now.
That was also Kruger, yeah.
I thought it was. I thought it was either him or Barden. That's cool.
Well, Kruger was the one we went into the Shadow Temple at one point, and Be'lakor was going on a monologue, and Kruger just very simply responds, "Piss off!"
Lots of scaven in Tylea, are there?
Oh, thousands upon thousands. I think they're drawn to the anarchy. It's not the mistake.
I hear everyone yelling now.
Does this seem like a stable realm to you?
Yep, coming in behind us. Chop, chop, chop! Oh shit, you're way off on your own.
I'm coming back up. What?
Just, death.
Oh. There was a lot of it.
Someone kill it!
Strangle a rat! Got the hot pack! We'll find forward out of it.
Bloody hate! Over there! Bring it down!
Kruger's gonna be getting a lot of special kills on this one.
Who will?
Kruger will.
Why's that?
Shotgun surgeon, brother.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what he had.
Oh! Oh boy! Okay, someone got the Blightstormer, thank God. On the upside, they seem to, bizarrely, all these specials seem to spawn in clusters, which makes it easier to keep track of them. Because where there's one, there's 10.
Felt that one.
You know, this glade's actually really good for bullying the Storm Vermin. Just hammer away at them, and it's armor piercing enough that they can't do anything about it.
Nice, yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying that.
That's mine!
Storm Fiend coming in.
I look forward to the day where I can tell what's going to happen just based on the noises.
But when you hear the little, what sounds like a little rat having an evil laugh, that's the Storm Fiend. Presumably because it's the brain rat on the back laughing.
Oh, yeah, okay. I won't remember that, but after a few times, maybe.
Yeah. The master of the Master Blaster equation.
Interesting.
Yep, you can even hear him screaming in pain there, the little brain rat.
Oh, that's what that was. For a second, I thought that was Sienna.
Nope.
Poor thing.
It hates people.
It what?
It hates people.
Fire beast!
Yeah,
Stay dead!
I like him even more.
There's a part in Team Fortress 2 where the scout, who is the annoying Bastionian of the cast, is discussing the Heavy, who is the big Russian gentleman with a minigun that's put on all the advertising.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And the scout declares, he's like a bear, he's like a big Russian bear that hates people.
You said that very comical character design is not how that game originally began, right?
Team Fortress 1 Team Fortress 1 originally started as a Quake mod, so by nature it wasn't very comedic, because, I mean, how much comedy could you have in fucking 95?
Yeah.
With an FPS, you
Wait,
know?
is Quake that old?
Oh boy, it's gotta be close, because Doom was 93.
Like 2000. Holy shit.
Oh.
I'm thinking Unreal Tournament, never mind.
Yeah, Doom, because Quake was the last time Romero and Carmack worked together.
Yeah, you're right.
And Romero went off to make Daikatana, and Carmack went on to make Quake 2.
You know how all that turned out.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things to criticize Carmack on, but turned out he was right in that one.
Yeah.
Whoops. I mean, Quake 2 ain't a fucking masterpiece or nothing, but it's certainly better than Daikatana.
My understanding is Daikatana is one of the most awful games ever.
Yep, a lot of interesting ideas, but runs like fucking ass.
Yeah, I know that Matt did what happened on it, and that's the only time I ever saw it in motion. I never played it, but it looked really, really awful. Although, to be fair, I mean, I'm looking at a game games from that era specifically look like shit. They don't age well at all. Like roughly,
there's a charm to some of them, though. I think.
Well, some of them. See, like Resident Evil, for example, 96, Doom, 93. They're pixelated, but they still have character. They still look, as you said, charming. When you get into like the later 90s, like 97, 98, 99, right around there, that's when textures just like started looking like mud. Like everything kind of looked blurry. Yeah, like it got a little bit away from pixelated and a little bit close to 3D, but it was right in between to the extent that everything looks really, in my opinion, really ugly.
Yeah, and it wound up becoming a thing. The fetish for 3D at that time also kind of meant there were perfectly good 2D sprite-based games that kind of got passed up.
Yes, Symphony of the Night, famously.
Symphony of the Night. Third Strike, Street Fighter 3. I know you don't like the cast, but it's a very quality fighting game, and the sprites are gorgeous.
I've seen images. Yeah, it does look very good, like the actual art. Street Fighter's always been good for that.
Yeah, but at the time, people were like, well, what the fuck? Tekken 3's in 3D, Virtua Fighter, fucking 2 or 3 is in 3D. We got Soul Calibur in 3D. Why is Capcom staying in the past?
I read that Sony specifically had the mandate that, like, they wanted their games to be 3D as much as possible. I can't remember where I read this or whether it's true, but I read that with Castlevania, in fact, they said, well, like, why are you doing this game two-dimensionally? Why are you making a new Castlevania game that's not 3D? We want it to be 3D. And I guess the creator was like, well, no, I really want to make this game this way. And like, well, all right. But, I also remember reading, again, in accurate, true, or otherwise, I don't know, that the PlayStation was really bad at rendering 2D fighters for some reason. I guess the Saturn... Yeah, I don't remember why this is or even how this could be, but yeah, the Saturn, I guess, was the place to go for 2D fighters. Like all the... Oh, I can't remember. They were like Marvel and Capcom, X-Men... Not X-Men, rather. Well, that too. But I know that the Saturn was the I remember this because people were saying that the Saturn, you could import fighting games on the Saturn that were really good, but you needed like a RAM cartridge or whatever to be able to make it play. But that allegedly that was really worth it because that was the only way to get like some of the best 2D fighters of that era.
Yeah, that got kept for the Dreamcast though, because quite famously the best console port of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is the Dreamcast version.
I would believe that. The Dreamcast was a really, really good system. It's a shame that it died such an early death. It was very solid, very, very solid.
Yeah, bad timing, and I think Sony was able to come in very well with the PS1, and Microsoft was kind of able to apply the nationalistic angle to things to make it where it's like, don't support Japan, support America. And Xbox kind of got some steam off of that. And, it was just bad timing.
Yeah, the more than anything was the announcement of the PS2. The PS2, I can't remember exactly when everything happened, but I know that, this isn't to undermine everything you just said, because you're right. But in addition to everything you just said, the PS2 was announced, I think right before the Dreamcast was announced. Or, I'm sorry, it was released, maybe a month before it was released, or a couple months, or something like that. And I remember reading that the developers were like, well, shit, we're already going to come out behind. We're going to come out with a system that's already going to be obsolete within, a year. And, of course, that's exactly what happened. Dreamcast launched in the fall of '99, PlayStation 2 1 year later. And PlayStation had such goodwill from the original system. Yeah. Everyone wanted a PS2. I think, to my memory, PS2, I think it's still the best-selling system of all time, other than maybe the Game Boy Advance.
There are considerable parts of the third world where it's still the ultimate console played.
I would believe that. Yeah, a huge library, a lot of goodwill. Really, really good system.
One of these days I'm going to get around to looking up. They kept making FIFA for PS2 for an
up until 2010 or some shit.
No, longer than that.
Really?
Yes, pretty late into the 2010s, I believe, specifically because in most of Latin America, they never moved past the PS2.
Oh, that would be why. Okay. And appropriately so, because soccer, I'm sure, differs quite a bit from one year to the next.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, good old, it's always the team updates, but I assume the mechanics, not a whole lot changes there. Because how much can the PS2 really handle in 2017?
Right. I mean, to be fair, I mean, we're the fans of the wrestling series, and those, you know, for a long time, they were mostly just roster changes, so, you know, it hits all of us, I guess. If you're a sports fan, you're going to have that yearly series, regardless of what sport it is.
Yeah. We've been very lucky with Lights from Replacement. They keep spawning in front of Kerber and Kerber kills them.
Oh, okay. I was wondering because I haven't. Every now and then I'll see the tornado come, or the whatever the thing on the ground, the glyphs or whatever, but they never show up, which suits me just fine.
Yeah. Every time I try to keep an eye on the top right corner, like, okay, did somebody else already get them? We got the leech, mates.
We gotta go.
Good question. Ho!
That guy screamed without a head.
Yeah. His head popped like a fucking balloon.
Oh, it did? I didn't see that. I just saw it was missing. That's gross. All I did was set him on fire.
Healing drop.
Set me out of helium? Oh, I could use that, actually. I just used mine, so perfect timing. What would you say your favorite system is? Console?
Oh, boy. Let's see, because... that's a question of more so of, like, what are the best years, right?
It can be. Because definitely some years were better for some consoles.
Yeah, and some consoles had really rough launches. I mean, even the PS2, PS2 came out in 2000, but the games in 2000 for the PS2, kind of shit. Like, there was Time Splitters 1, which was nice, but it was still janky and primitive. Time Splitters 2 blew it out of fucking water.
Oh, yeah, no question. PlayStation 2, I was there for that, obviously. Well, not obviously, but you'll probably remember what I've told you before, that I sat 6 hours in line for it. It was actually one of the more pleasant gaming memories of my life. Really fun waiting for that one.
But when people think of a lot of the PS2 early classics, they were all 2001. 2001 was a fucking huge year.
Yeah, 2001 had Metal Gear Solid 2. As you said, I think that was the year of Time Splitters 2. Not like a major hit, but I mean, like not on par with Metal Gear, of course. But it was a pretty big beloved game.
Final Fantasy X.
Final Fantasy X. That's the first year they got a SmackDown game.
Wasn't that the first Forza as well? Was 2001?
I think so. It might also have been one of the first. I'm trying to think. I never played Gran Turismo, but I'm wondering if that's also the first year that came out for that system.
Well, Gran Turismo's Xbox, isn't it?
It may be now. Unless I'm thinking of a. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong. What are some other racing games, like big racing game franchises? Because I think one was PS2 at one point, or PS1. Sorry.
Well, my understanding is, I'm not a big racing game guy, especially realistic racing games. But my understanding is that Forza is the realistic racing game for PlayStation, while Gran Turismo is the realistic one for Xbox. But maybe it's the opposite way around. No, I think it's the opposite way around. I think Gran Turismo is PlayStation and Forza is Xbox.
I think so, yeah, because I know my girlfriend had Gran Turismo at one point, and I think that was the PS2. Now, you know what? Now I'm not sure, because I remember there was a while where we had both systems together at the same time for college, and sometimes we would buy one game for each console, so when we traveled back home, we didn't have to bring both consoles with us. Time Splitters was an example of that, actually. I got it for, I think that was on Xbox, was it not?
Future Perfect definitely was, but I don't know about 2.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, because my memory is that I had Time Splitters on both systems. I bought it redundantly, just so, yeah, like I said, so when we traveled back home, I didn't have to cart the big-ass Xbox.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure Gran Turismo, I think, was a PS2 2001 title, I think. But now you've got me down myself enough to be unsure.
That's an assassin, yeah.
I'm trying to think of some other big ones from 2001. Silent Hill 2.
Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
I remember I saw at one point a big array of 2001 releases. And I was like, holy shit. Oh, wasn't 2001 GTA 3?
Oh yeah, yeah. How can I forget that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
fucking big one.
Oh god, that was massive. Yeah, a lot of people say that kind of like changed the landscape of gaming.
But then PS2 at the same time, near the end of its lifetime, 2004, 2005, thereabouts, we got San Andreas, Resident Evil 4, Devil May Cry 3, God of War's 1 and 2.
They always say that the last year or two of a console are among the best.
Yeah, I mean, the Xbox
Time when
360
everyone's
and PS3 near the end was Last of Us, BioShock Infinite, which I think has aged poorly, but nonetheless it was very praised at the time.
Metal Gear Solid 5, I think, right?
Metal Gear Solid 5. No, Metal Gear Solid 5 was kind of in the middle of the PS4 and Xbox One's lifetime.
Ah, okay. Oh yeah, that was never on the 360. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, I think it was, but I think it was, naturally a bit ugly because, taking the game and put it on the previous generation, it's always going to look like it was a bit ugly.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. That's the line.
These characters have really good coughing dialogue. Corellians will still always be my favorite. I can't even remember what she says, I just remember that.
Well, I think put it in this bargain will yell, "Elf, get out! What you eat, get out! That's poison!"
Oh yeah,
You
you're
are
poison.
poison.
I'm trying to think of the PS2 launch titles. I know. See, I didn't buy any. When I waited in line, people when they came out and gave us tickets, there were probably like 30 people waiting in line, and then eventually the Walmart people, after about let's say hour 4 of the 6 hours, they were like, okay, well, now we need to go out and keep track of how many people are in line. We need to do inventory and figure out how many of these consoles we have, and then we're gonna, we're gonna go out and give everybody a ticket or whatever, and where the line cuts off is where it cuts off. And I was like, let's say number, I don't know, 12 out of 18, something like that, 9 out of 15, somewhere around there, like a little bit past the midway point. And of course, I had to see the people who got denied, who'd already been waiting there for a couple hours. That was a bummer. They took it well, no one bitched, but a couple people were like, "Oh, really? You don't have one more?" That always sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, in addition to that, they also then kind of said, "Okay, well now we're also going to figure out like how many copies of each of the launch games we have," and they said, okay, they sort of set aside like a display thing with them or whatever, and they let the people who were now guaranteed to get a console, they were like, okay, well now here you can go ahead and pick the games that you want to that you want to buy as well, so you can have those for for when you're ready to check out. And I'm trying to remember now. We have some art over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what some of the games were, because I think there were at least 1 or 2 games that most of the people there wanted a copy of, and I cannot remember what they are, because as you said, I don't remember the launch titles being really all that good. Oh, Tekken Tag, that was definitely
Tekken Tag was a winner, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's still some people that consider that the best in the series.
I really enjoyed it. I've never played a Tekken game past it, though, so I definitely can't speak to that.
Yeah, Addy would advocate for Tekken 5, I'd advocate for Tekken 2, but I don't think me or Addy have ever played Tekken Tag 1.
Funnily enough, Tekken Tag and Tekken 2 are the only Tekkens I've ever played. They were both really good, so I guess I have the winners. Yeah, there was there was a game that was essentially seen as basically just kind of like a tech demo. I'm sure there was some game to it.
Several at that time, I'm sure.
I'm sure there were.
The launch lineup for every console and every feature review.
It is true, yeah. The one I'm thinking of was called Fantavision, and it had something to do with like setting up fireworks displays.
Fireworks, yes.
Yeah. I would assume there was more to the game than that. I don't think there was much more to it though, so I don't know. Let's see, there was a really good, especially for its time, but even now, it was actually a pretty solid RPG called Summoner. That was my other favorite of the day. That was really good. There was one that was, I don't remember, are you the one who's familiar with the history of Kingsfield, or is that Addy?
I know Kingsfield, yeah. Kingsfield was
Okay.
first-person Dark Souls before Dark Souls was Dark Souls.
Oh, that's right, I forget about that. That is so fucking insane. But I technically played a Dark Souls game way back when it was not yet Dark Souls. And it was really kinda,
Jank.
I don't know, kinda fucking clunky, yeah. It had potential. I enjoyed the time I played, but after like that weekend
Right
of
over.
playing it, where is he?
Coming out of the
Oh, there
crypt.
he is. I just realized I haven't been using my special all match. There we go.
Just take a swing. Yeah, right. Go on, the lot of you. That's all you've got.
Get away from me, you're like a gobbo.
Double!
I won't die like this. Kill me.
Really, you've still got over half your health. Calm down.
I like to
She's a little bit of a drama queen, I guess.
to enjoy the sight, less of their stench.
I'm trying to think of what Kingsfield was a PS1 launch title, very close to it. But there was one for the PS2, and it was not called Kingsfield, but it was of the same. I can only assume it was the same developer.
FromSoft did make a PS2 launch title. I do remember that.
Yes, they definitely did. I feel like I think it had Ring in the title.
Yeah, something
It's one of
like
those
that.
things that's gonna. Yeah, it's like Eternal Ring. Is that something?
Like, well, now they have Elden Ring, so it'd be weird if it was that.
Right. Man, it's another thing I'll have to look up. But I remember reading that was like, follow up to Kingsfield, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I probably don't want to play that then, because again, Kingsfield was, it had a lot going for it, but just the gameplay was so fucking sluggish and slow, I couldn't really get behind it.
Yeah.
And so yeah, when they said that there was one for the PS2, I was like, okay, well, yeah, probably not for me. And sure enough, yeah, the reviews were like, this is garbage, don't play it.
Yeah, FromSoft did not really carve out a... They had Armored Core that they were famous for, but other than that, they didn't really carve out the icon they are now until Demon Souls.
Sorry, I only just now realized you were there this whole time, showing where to go.
It's fine.
I was like, where the hell do I go? Alright. I guess, is it the same company that's doing the Dark Souls, or have they been, like, merged into a different company now that does it? Is it still From Software?
Yep.
Really? Okay,
Yep.
wow, I wouldn't have thought so.
Yep, very same guys. They did few Kingsfields. They did some oddball stuff alongside Kingsfield. They started doing Armored Core. Armored Core made some decent money for them. And then Sony was like, hey, we need an Oblivion. We need our own in-house Oblivion. So let's call up the Kingsfield guys and tell them to make Oblivion. And after about a year of, like, no fucking progress and it sucking ass, somebody at Sony somebody at FromSoft was, no, I think it's at Sony was like, okay, fuck, just put a different lead dev on the team because this shit is going nowhere. They put on the now famous Hidetaka Miyazaki, who realized, okay, clearly Sony was excited for the idea of getting a new Oblivion 6 months ago, but they've stopped caring and they let this project go to rot. So evidently they're just not paying attention. I can do whatever the hell I want. So he wanted to instead make a more on-rails, more tight gameplay, heavy difficulty RPG. And he made Demon Souls instead, yeah.
I didn't know it was on rails.
Well, excuse me, I shouldn't have said that. I meant on rails in, like, the sense of that it's not an open world, it's levels.
I see.
Got railroad, there we go, railroad, that's the term I should be using, not on rails. That'd be different, but I don't know how you could use melee, fucking sword and shield in an on-rails game.
I bet someone's tried it.
Yeah, probably. But, yeah, they made that, and the initial actual sales were kind of bad, but it got really good reviews and really good word of mouth, and it wound up turning into a cult classic sleeper hit.
And obviously we're still talking about it today.
Yep.
Well, hey, that worked out pretty well, that level, actually.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely noticeable that we were getting more hordes and more specials, but the specials were a lot more manageable than usual because they spawned in clusters, so if you kill one, you're probably killing 4.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that was very manageable. I actually never even wanted to blow myself up.
Yeah. definitely bigger hordes. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was chopping and chopping and chopping.
I was shooting lots of fireballs. I was very much enjoying it. I'm like a half a point away from being at the next level. It is visibly at the point at which I should be at the next level, but it's right there, which is fine. It's not a milestone, but it's just funny to me.
Yeah, I was actually at that. I didn't remark on it, but last time I was actually at the cusp for leveling up, and this one just pushed me over.
Nice.
The glaive, I've noticed. It seems to me that the good anti-horde weapons have big, wide swings. The good anti-elite weapons are more vertical generally because you're trying to get a headshot. And the good anti-monster weapons seem to just swing more, right?
Yeah, that all makes sense. That tracks.
So the glaive is seemingly a good anti-horde and anti-elite weapon, but its monster-killing power definitely leaves something to be desired. I was not doing a whole lot against the Rat Ogre. That was mostly you.
That would make sense, yeah. It said that I did, like, double the monster damage. I guess that would be why.
I like how all the weapons have their upsides and downsides.
Yeah, I do too. I got an item that was in the Lair of the Flesh Shaper, I think. It went away too quick, I couldn't read it.
That's a painting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is. It looks like a weapon icon, but you're right, yeah. It looked to me like maybe like a flamethrower for Varden.
Huh.
But I suppose not. Alright, well now I just gotta figure out which character I want to get the goods.
Well, as closer you're getting to 300, you're gonna soon be getting to weapons that you're never gonna trash.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter then.
Yeah. Trash that spear. I want to keep that spear.
Nothing to say about the twin-tailed comet, Carillion?
I do find it funny how if you're managing your inventory, your characters don't respond to Lawner.
Oh, were you able to hear him?
Yeah, Lawner just simply said, nothing to say about the twin-tailed comet, Carillion? But since I'm managing my inventory, Carillion just doesn't respond.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't hear him at all. I heard her respond. She was basically saying, like, well, there's not much to say, and then they kind of carried on. I didn't listen because then you were talking.
Yeah. I'm going to switch to Shade. I'm going to switch to... Let's give her a shot. It's been a minute.
I enjoyed... Okay, something threw me off with Shade. It said that when you're invisible, you do more damage when you strike or whatever, but then it says that you go out of invisibility when you strike.
Yeah.
So which is it then?
Well, it's both. Your first strike coming out of invisibility is going to be a big hit.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I assumed, but they phrase it in a weird way. It's like, when you're invisible, you do a lot more damage to the side of the other. And then when you look at the invisibility talent, it says something like, yeah, as soon as you swing, you're not invisible anymore. So it was just kind of, they would have just been simpler just to say, when your first strike out of invisibility does extra damage.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I figured that was the case, but yeah, I thought that I'd ask you because it was a little uncertain.
Yeah. Let me see.
296.
Oh.
Right up there. Yeah, we're getting to the point where I've now reached the
your next chest or two is going to start bringing out 300s.
Oh, man, I'm looking forward to it. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Let's see, what have I got on Shade? Ooh, that's... Killing an enemy with a backstab reduces grants cooldown reduction for 3 seconds. Or... A successful charged backstab increases backstab damage by 25%, stacks up to 2 times. That'd be really good for nuking bosses.
Yeah, I was gonna say that second one sounds better to me. That's the one I would choose. But I'm not playing Carillion.
Hang on, let me go test the... Oh, actually, I need to actually change characters. Yeah, let me go test on the dummy. Because I can get a backstab on the dummy and it'll count. Let me look at how big the cooldown reduction is.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm still kind of dicking around with my characters as well.
Okay. Oh, is the talent actually on? It doesn't seem to have done anything.
Are there extra
Oh,
considerations?
kill with a backstab. Okay, I can't test that on the dummy because I can't kill the dummy.
You should be able to kill the dummy. You should be able to animate it, give it life, and then kill it.
Maybe if you're Necromancer.
Yeah. Jumping ahead just a little bit, what would you be interested in doing next? What type of mission? I'm asking just because that's going to shape which character I'm going to stick with.
Good question.
I'm up for any of it, so.
Give me just a moment. I'm looking at talents.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, we have a weekly event that's separate. I didn't know that. We have a weekly event that's in the
Adventure,
the
yeah.
main. Yeah, and we have a weekly event in the Chaos Waste.
What's the weekly event and adventure?
Mission random. Carry the package to the end of the level. Lanner's expecting it, so don't leave it behind.
I see.
Mission
Interesting.
random. Yeah, that actually is interesting.
Still on veteran difficulty?
We get to choose.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, so that no players get left out of the weekly event, regardless of what difficulty they prefer.
Yeah, that actually does make sense.
Take that, Skulls. I'd like to try the weekly event. We can...
Yeah, yeah.
Presumably you'll give a reward of some kind, maybe just a chest, but who knows?
Yeah, it actually doesn't say, from what I can tell. Because I don't know what to expect, I will go with my second best character, which is the Slayer.
Would you prefer to take over Carillion? I'm willing to swap off to Kruber. I was actually wanting to
Oh,
play
it
Kruber
doesn't
earlier.
matter. It's what do you prefer? It doesn't matter to me.
Well, I was wanting to play Kruber earlier, so I'll switch to Kruber.
Okay, well in that case I will switch to Carillion. She's my girl. Alright.
You like that?
Very impressive.
Like that
Alright.
pile of skulls?
Oh, I thought he was just swinging at the air and asking my character whether she likes it. Alright, yep, here we go. And I guess there's the potential of somebody still being able to join, I think. Which will be interesting if they do, I guess. Yeah, no one joined the last one. I think that was open.
Yeah, I don't know.
I seem to find games very easily when I try. Oh, the pit! Nice, I love it.
Ooh.
Always happy to play this map again. Although it is kind of a complicated map.
Demon plants and tentacles.
One of the more mazy ones that I can think of.
If it doesn't,
Yeah.
you ain't been paying attention.
Oh my god,
have
you're
you?
starting out holding it
My
already.
contacts reckon it started in the
Oh,
pit. The
so I guess so we have to go
town's
all the way to the end
so
while
do
holding it.
that.
In a way, that's good. I thought we'd have to go somewhere and find it and then go all the way back.
Yeah, it's like a barrel. It's actually very funny seeing Carillion hold this inappropriately
There's a
large
flame on the
statue.
breeze.
Oh no!
Careless, claim you.
Okay, thank god you can.
I would have just restarted. That would have been funny, though. Just throw it in the water.
Well, the sooner we find
Fuck
our
Connor.
limit, the sooner we'll know for sure.
He wants this priceless piece of shit. Fuck him.
Skulls in line.
Yeah, you want this and your skulls? Time to make a choice, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it legit is just a big old statue. That's actually rather funny.
Fuck you, rats. Oh boy.
I guess we'll just have to treat it like a barrel. You just have to throw it down from time to time to fight.
Care. We plague monkeys
Yeah,
to
it'd
deal
probably
with.
be better if I was playing as actually if I had taken Ironbreaker. Come to think of it, because Ironbreaker.
Did you want to? We can back out and reset.
It'll be fine.
All right, be very easy to do.
Actually, yeah, fuck it. Let's switch to
There's a lot of you. I know you, Jack. Do you also...
Ha! So that's how
I think I
that
actually
works.
quit the whole game. Oops. What happened?
I threw the statue down. If you leave it down and don't pick it up, it'll eventually explode and kill all players.
Oh, that's what that was. Okay. That's pretty great.
All right, fuck it. I probably need to start up a new recording.